Gentlemen of crypto. Let's cue Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe I was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested. So we binge on our Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing. Dark horse in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing.
What's going on, guys? Again, back in the house for another video on the Gentleman of Crypto. As always, let's share the screen here and share this content on Twitter as we get going here and as everybody loads into the room here. Boom, boom, boom. Share. Let me do that over again. So I'm not sure that I shared audio, and I'm gonna need to one more time. Sorry about that. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Swear to God, I've been listening to way too much West Side Gun, y'all. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do this. So yeah, come on over to darkhorsewatcher.com where you can like and subscribe. Plenty of good content over here. Altcoin fever, Bitcoin, what do we go now? Healthy pullback discounts, stuff on LCX, stuff on LCX partners, stuff on Steam Exchange. We got it all. CBDC cryptos, bank cryptos. We got it all over here. Let's go here so we can get some comments. Hold on a second. Something's not working out here. Hold on. 1 second there, guys. Sorry about that. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about internet computer. Pretty cool internet computer. Shout out to the crypto advisor. He's starting to look at this, and he made me aware of something that I was not aware of with internet computer. We're going to get into it here today. So that's going to be very, very cool. And again, I don't know if I told y'all about this before, but Michael Burry, looks like Michael Burry got it right as far as the stock market goes. Short term, it did go down. So the inverse Kramer index works every time. Every time. Whatever Jim Cramer says, do the exact opposite of it, and you know you're home free. Then you're home free. Let's bring that share back. And then let's go to Gentleman Crypto here. My apologies on that. And be sure to smash up those likes, y'all. And as always, we'll get to comments at the end of the show. My apologies on that. Let's mute that. Let's Gentleman Crypto side. We're over there. What is going on, E? He says, yes, I am buying. I bought and traded some SOL for ICP as well. What's up, Joe Brown, aka the judge up in here? Joe Brown, what's going on? What's up, JJ Wentworth? Let's get it for show. Definitely, y'all, you gotta check out Crypto and Down over here. One of my favorite shows. I'm always in there. All right, cool. I think we're in here. What's up, Speak Your Peace TV? Make sure you smash up those likes on both channels. We in here on the Gentleman of Crypto Network. Make sure, if you haven't already, to check out the Gentleman of Crypto. They're titans in this game. The men have called so much stuff I can't even count, like Terra Luna collapse, the SmackDown on regulation right after MLK Day. Oh my God, just so much stuff. What's up, DGen Lord? JP. And let me go ahead and kill my Telegram. And we're going to hop right into Internet Computer here. I want to play something by the founder. Let me make sure it's turned up because it seems like a good amount of us are in here. Let me put on closed captions. Let me go to the beginning. Make it bigger. Okay, quality looks pretty good. So, okay, boom.
The technology of the Internet Computer blockchain network. The Internet Computer is a revolutionary public blockchain. It's the first to be infinitely scalable. It's the first to run at web speed, and it's the first that enables smart contracts to answer HTTP requests and serve interactive content directly to end users, amongst many, many other new advances. So this is going to be a new series where I bring you into some of the development processes that take place at Dfinity. And
let me just make sure too, you guys can hear that, right? Everybody can hear that well. Load it up on some Ali as well. How about that high five? You know what? Now, before we get into that, let's address what Speak Your Piece said here. BitBoy did address this. Thank you, Stan. BitBoy did address this, and you know I've been critical of BitBoy, and I believe everybody deserves a second chance. Y'all know I don't like some of the things that he did earlier, but you know everybody does deserve a second chance, right? So give him the second chance. But BitBoy addressed the fact that the ICP pump was due to FTX. If you're not familiar, FTX had a license to sell derivatives, so they could essentially make synthetic tokens. So they could do things like pump a price of a token to astronomical rates. And that's what they did. They pumped it all the way up to 428 or more and just rode that junk all the way down. I know there were a lot of influencers out there pumping it. Now, don't get me wrong, including BitBoy. But the bulk of what happened here, so we hear, is from FTX doing their little synthetic token thing. So Internet Computer deserves a second chance, and we're going to get into that by hearing what the founder has to say here. What's up? Relaxing Serenity Sounds. What's up, Kid Grayboat? What's up, Megan Gomes? What's up, Casper Holstein? What's up, Stacking Satoshis? What's up, Ron B? What didn't FTX do? That's the question. Truly, that is the question. But let's get back into what the founder has to say here. and I'm gonna stop it at a certain point once he gets to the juicy stuff. Let's do it a little bit faster than normal, right? So we don't have to wait too long. Let's say 1.25 in true Blackrue speed, right?
And answer community questions. So every week there's a meeting called Global R&D. 100 plus people generally attend it. It lasts an hour and a half, and it's broken into segments that address different areas of the work we perform here. And people perform demos, they report on technical approaches they're taking, progress of other work, and so on. So this week we're going to dive into the forthcoming integration of the internet computer with the Bitcoin network. Now, this is really unlike anything else that's been done before in blockchain, and it's going to rely on this new chain key cryptography framework that powers the internet computer. So essentially, smart contracts on the internet computer are going to be able to control and maintain balances on the Bitcoin blockchain. And this is very, very different to the wrapping of tokens that you see in blockchain today. So for example, you can find wrapped Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain.
So catch that. He said it's like it's going to be actually on the Bitcoin network. It's going to be different than wrapped tokens. And he's also going to get into it's going to be actually different than bridges as well. So let's roll that back just a little bit and press play here.
Like anything else that's been done before in blockchain, and it's going to rely on this new chain key cryptography framework that powers the internet computer. So essentially, smart contracts on the internet computer are going to be able to control and maintain balances on the Bitcoin blockchain. And this is very, very different to the wrapping of tokens that you see in blockchain today. So for example, you can find wrapped Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain. And there are many ETH killer or so-called ETH killer blockchains that wrap ERC20 tokens from Ethereum. All of these things that you see today depend on something called bridges. Essentially, there's a bunch of trusted parties that act as custodian validators that say, look, if you want to bring some Bitcoin onto the Ethereum blockchain, send your Bitcoin to us and we'll issue you some wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum. And then when you want to cash out,
And the thing to note about bridges, they introduce a extra cybersecurity problem. They introduce a point of vulnerability where a hacker can come in and hack the network. So that's why a lot of people do not like bridges. So this solution that they're talking about with the chain key will actually be as though they were on Bitcoin's network, okay? Which reminds me a whole lot of what Quant does and what Quant's saying that they're going to do with the overledger, okay? So let them go on here.
Send the wrap Bitcoin to them and they give you real Bitcoin. The problem, of course, is trust. All of this wrapping relies upon trusted intermediaries, and it can go horribly wrong. Recently, there was such a service, it was called the Poly Network, that moved these different kinds of tokens between Ethereum and Polymatic, and I think Avalanche, I'm not sure. Anyway, got hacked, and $600 million worth of tokens were stolen. So
one of the ones that recently really went wrong was ALBT. There was an exploit. Oh, let me change that. So sorry about the sound, guys. I'm about to go over here and change it right now. A couple coins are apparently doing something. My apologies. Let me move it here. Move these down. My alerts. So Rose is falling a bit. So is DAG. So basically a hacker came through and stole like half of ALBT's circulating supply. Like you can't buy it anywhere now. They're going to do a merge. So it went from about 10 cents all the way down to 2 cents. And they're in the process of doing the whole merge. But basically it was a bridge. That bridge allowed the hacker to come through and steal an entire freaking 115 million tokens from Alliance Block, which happened to be basically half their circulating supply or 1/10 of their whole maximum supply. and now Alliance Block has to go through minting an entirely new token because this occurred. So bridges are highly, highly suspect, okay, to say the least. So let's let them go on here. We'll go back just a couple seconds.
Trusted intermediaries, and it can go horribly wrong. Recently, there was such a service, it was called the Poly Network, that moved these different kinds of tokens between Ethereum and Polymatic, and I think Avalanche, I'm not sure. Anyway, got hacked, and $600 million worth of tokens were stolen. So we think, obviously, that's kind of a little bit antithetical to blockchain, and there shouldn't be trust involved, and it's very important for tokens to move between blockchains without being at risk of theft. And we are applying a completely new approach based upon this technology we developed called chain key cryptography. And it's essentially going to literally, in some sense, merge the internet computer and Bitcoin networks. Smart contracts on the internet computer are going to get balances of Bitcoin, and they're going to be able to send Bitcoin. But that's not wrapped Bitcoin, that's real Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network. So that'll mean, for example, that you could use something like OpenChat, which is a chat program that runs off the internet computer, and OpenChat might give you a balance of Bitcoin in your chat account, and you could send Bitcoin with chat messages securely, and the Bitcoin would actually move on the Bitcoin network if that's what you wanted. So the same technology will also be applied to integrate the internet computer with Ethereum, and there are actually lots of other applications of this technology too. We'll talk a bit more about that later on. So why don't we start off by watching an outtake from our global R&D meeting that discusses.
We're not going to watch that. That was the gist of it. And again, he said that same technology could be applied to Ethereum, could be applied to other networks, and that would be brilliant. Okay, that would be absolutely brilliant. Takes away the whole bridge thing, the whole trust thing that's required with bridges, the whole vulnerability thing that's happening with bridges. It's amazing. Okay, and that makes me very, very high on this project. Now, if we come out and look at some of the deals on it, like, okay, where is the market cap and all of this other stuff? It's still in the top 40. If you can scroll down here. Okay, 39, right? Still in top 40. Still a decent supply. Only half a billion. In comparison, I think this is around the amount that Avalanche, Solana, Filecoin, it's around the amount that they have, I believe. Filecoin might be a little bit less. And of course, we've already seen it's been okay, so yeah, Filecoin is only 382 million. AVAX is $720, and Solana is $539. So this very much says to me, internet computer is very undervalued, right? It and Filecoin, I think, are two of the biggest bargains out there, right? And again, we've already seen how high it's been. And this is a low estimate. I think it's been I think it was way higher than this at some point. Some people say they bought it at $600 or something like that. But, let's just say that it gets back to $200 some. That's an insane X right here. A 10X would be what, $50? 20X is $100 and something. So, it gets back to 150. You're very happy, right? So, sounds pretty good. Let's go out here before we go into some other things. What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv? It's crazy that ICP's able to translate their intentions lately. I wonder why they didn't explain ICP initially. If they had explained this initially, I would have went ham. I agree with you. I think that some of this was explained earlier, but like the hype train was so huge. The hype train was so huge. Sounds to me like I'm going ham, right? Like right or quote unquote. I'm definitely bullish about what I hear. Let me not say it like that. I'm bullish about what I hear. The fact that it's not using a bridge and it's like directly being on the Bitcoin network. It reminds me of like a quant. Okay, like quant. If you guys don't know about quant, it's going to basically connect all these CBDCs, all these bank tokens. They're going to be connected through quant. That's why I'm pretty high on quant, y'all. And plus, its supply is basically less than Bitcoin. This is another one we can kind of take a victory lap on. We're talking about it around 100. It's at 140 right now. It's another one that we were talking about. Pavan Guru brought this one to us. We're talking about this at 40. It's what 110 right now. So we just got so many coins. We're taking like victory laps on. Definitely. If you want to join the Patreon and get these things before everybody else, like my patrons, they know that I was talking about this beforehand because I sent them a message. If you guys want, the patrons get a weekly watch list. So if that's something you're interested in, just check out my videos. You can find a link to the Patreon. So yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Internet Computer. Before we get into a little bit of other things, I just like to say that Michael Burry was right. So that inverse Kramer index, and when this is kind of more in the stock area, crypto stocks did see a step back. If we come over here and take a look, Clean Spark, even though we're still way up on it, right? We're talking about Clean Spark at $1.77. Another win we have over here, right? Especially now that everything's getting bullish. Like we were up here investing when it was boring at 177, right? But everything did take a bit of a pullback. It got as high as like 380, I think 380 and pulled back. A lot of things in the real estate sector, which is some stocks I'm looking at, they pulled back. So Burry short term, he was right. But of course, I told you guys before about Clean Spark. I'm holding until it gets back to that 40 area. This is what I'm really looking at. When Bitcoin was like 68K, Clean Spark was $40. So if you take that where it is right now, that's a 3x for Bitcoin, right? Like it's at 23 right now. So you multiply that by 3, you got 69 or something like that. So this, if you multiply it by 10, you got 40. So basically, you got like 35 or whatever. But that 10 multiplier is a lot bigger than the 3 multiplier, which is why I'm investing in Clean Spark as my Bitcoin exposure. Eventually, it will all be exchanged into Bitcoin to get that whole coin status. Okay. So just wanted to touch on that right quick. And let's see if we got any questions out there. No questions on the Blackrue side just yet. No questions on the gentleman of crypto side just yet. Come on, guys. I want some questions for y'all. So I honestly think once this whole ALBT thing is finished and resolved, I think current holders like me are going to get kind of jacked up. But I think this is going to be a buying opportunity. If we come over and look at ALPT and all of the people who are invested in this coin or partners with this coin, it looks extremely, extremely, extremely good. Let's open it up right quick. Here they're telling us they're still waiting to give us some update on how we're going to migrate. But look at this list of partners, guys. We got Quant. I just told you about Quant and how they're going to connect all these CBDCs and bank coins, right? We got Hedera. Hedera, they just signed a deal with Dell. Dell is now going to be on their governing council. So not only does Hedera have Dell on their council, they have Google, they have IBM, they have Boeing, they have some of the biggest companies in the world on their council. So Hedera's partnered with them. We got Quant, so that you know they're going to be heavy in CBDCs. We got Polygon over here with these guys. We got Elrond, which is now Multiverse X. We got Ava Labs over here. Okay. We got Flare connected to XRP, working with these guys. We got Energy Web Token. You guys know how high I am on Energy Web Token. They're working with these guys. They just have so many great API 3, which is one I'm beginning to take a look at. If you guys haven't heard of API 3. Parsec, another one, another big one. So they have so many Amazon Web Services. They have so many big partners, Chainlink. So all the big partnerships are still here for this coin. So as soon as they have the whole convert thing back up, I'm going to be looking at dollar cost average in this. And I'm still high on this one. We'll just see what happens when it converts, though. Going to want to be careful in dollar cost average, because once it converts, people may be looking to get out and just say, bump it. I'm moving on to somebody else, because if they're having these type of problems, and it really wasn't their problem. It was the bridge's problem. It was an exploit, not their contract. So it really wasn't their problem. Just want to say that. So Alliance Block, look out for this to be a nice bargain once it comes back online. Are you in any artificial intelligence assets? Yes, I am. They are only going to go up much higher, especially with these low supply. Yes, and these aren't talking enough. I think you mentioned one that I liked, actually. Ali. The Patreon people, they got this one first, but Ali is one that I am high on. Let's bring Ali up right quick. In fact, I might have to Let's bring Ali up right quick. Ali up to 7 cents. Oh man. I wanted to buy some more when it was at 2 cents, but I just couldn't. I just didn't get over there quick enough. So yeah, the patrons got this at 2 cents, guys. Patrons got this at 2 cents. So patrons just got a 300% value. Thank you. Let's go. Yeah, is that 3? Yep, 3 times 6. Okay, or 3 times 2 is 6. So 300% value for the patrons on that one. Boom, boom, boom. And I think it's only going to go up from here. Althea AI, they got some real good looking AI. And I just want to say this about AI. I was listening to some show today. Shout out to Waters Above Crypto. Shout out to the One-on-One podcast. You know that the data we're putting into AI is really going to eventually get us out of business, right? Because the machine learning models can't machine learn unless we use it. So that's just something that we're going to put ourselves out of business by using AI. But anyway, see how lifelike this woman looks here. And I'm not gonna play it. I've played this before, but you can see here. Oh, they added their partners. That's cool. Binance, Griffin Gaming Partners, Polygon, MCC, Multi-Coin Capital, Crypto.com, Bigcraft, Alliance. Okay, nice. So there, you can see some more characters here that they generated. They want to kind of do digital twins, which is basically cloning something in real life into the digital world. That makes it really good for you to do testing. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if I want to clone a Tesla and now I want to like go into the digital world and try to like wear down its parts by driving it, conceivably it should be the same as doing that in real life. Or if I wanted to say, I can even think of this in the acting type of world. Like, okay, if I wanted to have like, say I had like police officers or whatever, and I wanted to train them to perform with different cultures in the same way they do another culture, I would make digital twins of different types of people, and I'd have them go through that training. I would measure their responses and train them to be better with this race than this other race, or better with this culture than this other culture, so have you. There's just endless amount of things that you could do with digital twins. Like I can't even there's just so much, right? Including very explicit intimate stuff there. Digital guides, you could have a guide, like whatever flavored guide you want to walk you through a tutorial of something, right? Whatever voice, whatever's like, skin color or gender or whatever. Maybe you would want them to read to you like physics or mathematics or how to program or what have you. Digital companions, that kind of goes into the same thing. Virtual assistants, maybe you have your AI answer the phone for you. They'll take a message. They'll like take a verbatim message of what happened, and you can print out a whole printout of the message that the AI had with whomever you were talking to. AI can print you out contracts. There's one project that the patrons know about where the AI does contracts, right? One of the ones that I'm very high on is Vector Space. And the patrons got this at like 30 cents. Okay, Vector Space pulled back a lot. It went up to like $1.30, dude. It went up to like $1.30. But still, patrons got like at least a 2x on this. I'm actually happy that it jumped back down. You can actually go buy some more now. Still pretty high on this guy. Very low supply, 50 million, right? 50 million. And this is teamed up with people like CERN. If you guys don't know who CERN is, look them up. You got people from the Rockefeller Foundation doing things with CERN. And if you're not familiar with the Rockefellers, you know Jay-Z, the Rockefeller Records was named after the oil baron, the Rockefellers, one of the richest one of the richest families in the United States. They heavily fund CERN, and I guess that's all we can say about CERN. It's a large hadron collider, and basically you have a particle go around a round track. It's buried underground because the thing gets so hot they had to bury it underground in order to run the whole simulation. But basically they open up mini black holes, and this AI slash, they have a specific term they use. It's not AI and machine learning, but you could basically call it that. But their whole thing about their AI and machine learning is to find hidden data in stuff. Okay, that's all it's about, is finding hidden data relationships. And they have like scientists from UC Berkeley, Lawrence Berkeley, or excuse me, Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, a very, very decorated laboratory. And this guy, again, was as high as $18. So even here at 88 cents, possible 18x here. Plus, a possible 18x plus. Very, very high on this one. Very high on this one. And there's another one, AGIX. This one had gone up to 55 cents, finally pulled back. We've talked about this countless other times. I don't know if you heard when we were talking about this, but you got Ben Goertzel, who's heading this. If you remember the robot Sophia from back in like the early 2017, she was a robot. She kind of started the whole AI craze a little bit. Well, he was the chief engineer at Hanson Robotics that built that. And Dr. David Hanson was the actual person who owned Hanson Robotics, hence the name. So a powerhouse team here. Now, understand when you're investing in Singularity.net, you're not only investing in a project that's built on Cardano, right? You're investing in an entire ecosystem, because they got like at least 6 companies that they are launching that are going to use AI stuff and apply AI to a whole bunch of different fields. Okay. Okay, so they modified this a little bit. Okay, no, they didn't. So you got Singularity DAO, which is going to apply. Oh yeah, they did. They added this little graphic. You got Singularity DAO, which is going to like use AI and apply it towards like DeFi and like investing. You got Rejuve AI, which is going to apply it towards medicine and different types of things with medicine and healthcare. And you got a couple other ones down here. I didn't go all deep into those, but you can. But yeah, those are three examples. Um, Three examples of things that I'm high in. See if we got any questions on the other side here. What's up, Megan Gomes? I've been following VXV since last bull run. If you join their Discord or Telegram, the team is very open and has regular conference calls with updates. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, VXV, very, very high on those. Megan's been following them since last bull run, so she already knows what's going on. She already knows what's up. Speaker Piece TV says, okay. And then here we have, okay. I missed a couple things here. My apologies. Let me scroll up. As far as stock, any opinion on AP Tetra? I'll have to go check that one out. After losing 96 value, I think I should give it a second chance. We went over that. Which is more dangerous to crypto, quantum computers or chat GPT? I don't think either are dangerous to crypto, really. Again, chat GPT is really only going to be as strong as what we make it, honestly. Let me go press live on this just to make sure I'm getting the right, all the updates. Quantum computers are really going to be the most dangerous to crypto. But some things like Algorand already are quantum hackable proof. So shout out to Algorand, one of those bank coins. One of those coins is kind of trying to improve bank liquidity. So that's going to be the most dangerous, quantum computers. But fortunately, right now, to cool a quantum computer, you really have to have a lot of money. So you basically got to be like a government to have a quantum computer right now. What do you think about Solana? I can't touch Solana. I'm not dealing with Solana. I'm not dealing with Aptos either. Not touching either one of those projects for the foreseeable future. Just can't deal with them. I don't know that they have developers, especially just Solana. Maybe I touch Aptos, but I don't think I can touch Solana after what's going on. Yeah, that's how I am with Solana. I'm just choosing not to touch it anymore. I remember once VeChain was talking about having a partnership with McDonald's, and some people looked into it. The VeChain team got lunch at McDonald's once and considered it a partnership. That's funny. That's hilarious. Well, VeChain does have a lot of partnerships with Tyson and different things. I don't know about. I never heard that about McDonald's. That's just priceless. But there are actual documents that you can trace down and see that they have partnerships with Salesforce, and see that they have partnerships with Tyson Foods, all these Tyson Foods, China, Walmart, China. There are actually documents that you can find for that. I think I'm less bullish on VeChain and more bullish on Morpheus Network. That's MV. Morpheus Network is hooked in with all these same like enterprise people, like R3 Cordia, Morpheus Network, Turkins. Okay, I don't know what this is about a swap. All I know is that they were MNW. So, anyways, um, very low supply, under 50 million. Um, Seems like it had a little bit of a pullback, just a little bit. Um, reached as high as $4.50 in the last bull run. So really on only a 1x here, but I really think this passes this high in this next bull run coming up. Yeah, so I'm a little bit higher on this than I am VeChain, but that's funny. If that's true, that's very funny. Already mentioned my thoughts on VXV. Where are you buying Alley? Alley, you can buy it on Gemini, and that's part of the reason why I couldn't buy it right away because my Gemini account wasn't. I couldn't get into it for whatever reason. Um, you can buy it on Gemini. You can buy it on Crypto.com. So if you ever have a question on where you can buy things at, you can just scroll down here on CoinMarketCap, and they tell you right below here. And of course, if you're a patron, you can just ask me. But generally, they tell you down here below on CoinMarketCap, and they're generally right. Gemini, CoinX, Crypto.com. So that's where you can buy it. Synapse VeChain was the biggest bust of last bull run. Okay. VeChain every time they say like they have all these good partnerships, but they just never move much. So I just kind of moved off of them because it's like, okay, you got all these partnerships, but you're not moving. Why? It just might be one of those things where it's just an intentionally suppressed asset. But of course, it doesn't help that it's like 86 billion supply. That doesn't help. But then again, you see it here. It reached 22 cents. Sitting here at 2.5, you basically got a 9x. So, it also has DeFi up and running, by the way. And it actually has a real ecosystem. So you know what? Take it back. I mean, I still like Morpheus network better because who they're working with all the bank chains. So they're gonna probably be doing more supply chain with all the big enterprises companies. That's Morpheus network, but VeChain, that possible 10x is real, and people are probably going to want to. They're going to want to get that, but it's moved down off a place where I thought it was. It's behind some cryptos for me. Sometimes partnerships are exaggerated. I've been bullish on VXV since it was at 19. Yeah, just so much to like from VXV. Just killer list of partners. Not only is it teamed up with CERN, they're also working with NASA's genomic division. So finding hidden relationships in genomes. So that's a real NASA thing. I don't know how you guys feel about NASA, but that's a real life thing, finding some like hidden relationships between genomes. They're also teamed up with LCX. Just a lot to like about VXV. Yep, and there she has it. NASA as well. Little hesitant about Hedera. Hedera is still great. Hedera is really great, dude. Here's what I'm going to drop on you for Hedera. Okay, so I told you about the Dell partnership. They just landed, but of course, as always, we like to show receipts around here. So here it is. Tech giant Dell is joining Hedera's governing council. And I think they mentioned down here in the article that they already have IBM and all of that on board as well. Okay, so yep. Several other industry players are also leveraging Hedera's network, including IBM, which uses Hyperledger Fabric in its solutions, while digital workflow company ServiceNow is integrating Hedera. They're also working with Google. They're also working with Boeing. It's crazy. So much. They were speaking at this year's Davos. Hedera was. Hedera's just got way too much going for it, not to be great. It's even though it's and it's also partners with LCX, by the way. So it's going to be involved with the whole CBDC thing. But it also has DeFi up and running. So they are keeping kind of an eye on the little people, the little DeFi people. And besides working with all these Fortune 500 companies, they're saying, hey, we're for the people too. And you can see here, they're growing with their DeFi. And DeFi tends to move really well with the coin's price. So Hedera's, they're on Panaguin now. Pangolin, or I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that, y'all. But yeah, they're on there now. Which makes me think of another coin that I'm very high on, and we mentioned it already, I think. Algorand, which is, we mentioned it because I said it's not quantum hackable. Look at Algorand and its DeFi, up 240%, top 14, almost higher than it's ever been in DeFi. That's Algorand. By the way, Bank of Italy said they were going to use Algorand to do some stuff for them. So, hey, man, don't miss this great money reset. Algorand and Hedera are going to be very, very important in the great money reset. Hop aboard, guys. One thing also to note, ever since Cardano added its stablecoin, they've moved up quite a bit too with the DJED. So they're ones to kind of watch as well. And I could go on for days about Hedera, but we'll just cut it there, I guess. I think Avery Dennison wants to do what VeChain was supposed to do, which was supply chain monitoring through blockchain. Hedera has them as a partner. I've been following VXV price since the last bull run. Join them. Okay, we got that one. What's up, Virgo El Unico? Patreon link. Let me grab that for you right quick. Let's see here. While I'm grabbing his Patreon link, some other things. Yeah, so Hedera was one of they're a big part of Davos 2023. Love them or hate them, the World Economic Forum, they have a lot of money behind them, right? And things that they tend to say tend to come true. It's weird. It's like, they got heads of state that come to these World Economic Forum events, people like Earn Your Leisure. I think Bitcoin Zay could have gone if he wanted to, but he declined. So you got big wigs like Zay up in there if they want to be. Whoops, there that goes again. People like King Charles spoke at the World Economic Forum. So the fact that people like Hedera and Algorand are and Stellar and Ripple are in league with these kind of people, I think that just really bodes well for their future price. So when we're hearing all of this FUD about Charlie Munger talking crap about crypto, while one of his biggest holdings is Bank of America, they're saying that they're going to work with Ripple after this SEC case is over. Visa is saying that they're going to work with Ethereum and Circle with USDC. So they might be saying crypto's not anything, but what they're doing is actually investing in companies that are actually working with crypto companies. So they might say one thing, but they're doing quite the other thing. Where were we here? Grab the link here. So with the Patreon, there are a few different weekly watch lists that you might want to go check out. A few of them have different lists with them. So here you go. Patreon link right there. Solana my worth by two centralized and a crazy price manipulation. Megan, you weren't the only one. Believe me, there was a lot. There's a lot of people with Solana where it really, really ruined them. There was really, from its face, Solana looked very, very good. It looked very, very good. Who wouldn't invest with the company that's doing all these things with the SEC and the golden boy who's supposedly talking to the SEC? Yeah, I completely understand that. Let's see here. Okay, now that we got that link out, I think I can close some of these down. Close that down. Close that down. Yo, Ruel, your viewers to like ratio is 100. You're killing it, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, don't get too much viewers to like ratio at 100. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. That's amazing. I'm gonna take a victory lap for that one right there. Definitely. I'm sure those likes are gonna go down though if we keep getting beefs like this. I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I like to keep my whatchamacallit, it's a little tight. I'm sorry. So a couple different coins are falling as we speak. Rose, H bar. Let's go check that Bitcoin price right quick. It must be going down or something. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, Bitcoin. Thank you. So this point right here is the point we really want to watch. It keeps making lower lows. So long as it keeps making lower lows, we're good. But the point we really, really want to watch is like 22.6. Okay. Oops, this line is getting a little crooked. 22.6 is the line we very much want to watch here. Okay. So as long as it's above that point, no need to worry. Yeah. So if it doesn't, and when I say 22.6, I mean around 22.6. Like 22.4, 22.4 doesn't really cut it. Like 22.3, then maybe okay. But long as it keeps making lower lows, I think we're good. Each bar has all the right names attached to them on their consoles, but I personally have yet to see any project come from them. And Virgo Unico, there's a reason for that. There's a really good reason for that. These dudes are choosing to keep themselves kind of in the background because of what they're doing. They're working with enterprise type people. Um, I don't think they want you to know that, like, not you personally, but I don't think they want us to know that they're doing this. I don't think they want us to know that they're going to eventually be the next reserve currencies. Um, yeah, they really just don't want us to know that. For when it's time to like kind of swoop these up as reserve currencies, people won't know. I mean, if we walked out today and spoke to like 10 people, most people would tell you that crypto's a scam because of what they've heard from Charlie Munger, what they've heard about Sam like Bankman-Fried, what they heard from like CoffeeZilla and Logan Paul. Most people think this is a complete and total fraud. So we people who have Bitcoin and coins that are actually doing stuff like Hedera and whatnot, we're going to be the ones who profit very, very, very great from this. So you can see here, Hedera Consensus Service is working with people like Hyperledger Fabric and R3 Cordia. Remember, we talked about R3 Cordia. Let me get to where that was. Okay, let me just search it in here then. R3 Cordia. Okay, so Hedera's Consensus Service. Okay, one more time there. Quant now, Litecoin, all of these. Okay. Let me just go through everybody over here. We got a whole bunch of XRP now. Okay, Bitcoin. Okay. It's getting kind of rough here. Wow. Okay. All right. So it's happening literally as we speak, right? Okay. So Where were we? Hedera, R3 Cordia. Remember, I talked about these guys. These guys are doing the clearing houses for the biggest banks in the world. Let's bring R3 Cordia up. So you can't directly invest in R3 Cordia, but XDC, which I just changed the alert on, it's going to be the settlement coin for this blockchain. This is a private blockchain that's working to connect different enterprise companies. And if we come over here, we see like some of the biggest clearing houses in banking. Our guy, Mainly Music, told us about DTCC. Now let's look up DTCC. Now understand that R3 Cordia is letting this clearinghouse work with blockchain. And it's connecting a whole bunch of different things, including quant, to this. Now watch what this says about DTCC. The Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation is an American post-trade financial company providing clearing and settlement services to financial markets. That's huge. And if you go dig into it even a little bit deeper, you'll find out that it services like all the big banks, all of them. Bank of America, a lot, just so many of them. Let's see if it'll show some here. No, just trust me. It'll take me way too much too long to like kind of hunt all of them down. But that just gives you a little bit of information on it right there. But yeah, these guys provide clearing to so many different banks. Let me see, DTC, DOA. Yeah. So many banks, dude. So many banks. But anyways, let's go. So DTCC. There was another one on here, SIA. I don't know why they took them off or whatever, but they did. Credit Suisse, Wells Fargo, NASDAQ, like, and this is what Hedera Consensus Network is plugging into. And the Hyperledger Fabric is IBM's whole like blockchain that they're doing. And that plugs into a lot of stuff. So understand, Hedera's doing really big things, but they're just not telling us about it unless you're going out there looking for it. Hedera's, okay. Don't sleep on HBAR. I have my eye on a few projects, including HBAR. I've been watching them for 2 years, but again, have yet to see anything happen, just observation. I'm big on algo long term. Yep. Nerd Up Inc. Marv. A little context to bear in mind for a full disclosure on me. I'm primarily a BT. Yep. You're primarily a BTCer, but you still come over to my show. Man, Virgo, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, Virgo Elunico. I know that you might mainly a Bitcoiner, and you always make it out to the show, brother. Big ups to you for that, man. Much props. But I know crypto is much more than BTC. I love hearing Ruel's insights on all stuff. Cardano has yet to produce any significant projects. Speak Your Piece TV. Everybody loves to beat up on Cardano, but I'll tell you this. LCX, which is a member of the World Economic Forum, we've been over that a whole bunch of times on here too. That exchange actually trades Cardano. Gemini doesn't, but the World Economic Forum member exchange trades Cardano. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Ruel keeps me hip and cool when I talk to my nieces and nephews about cryptos. Nerd Up Inc. Marv saying Ruel drops jewels. Appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. Speak your piece. TV, I agree with you on Ada. I'm not pooping on them. I just haven't seen them do anything. Reverend Marv, I dropped Patreon. I think LCX was like around like 4 cents when Ruel first mentioned it that I saw. Now it's at 12 or maybe lower, but it's still higher than 4. He's on it, doggone it. Virgo Unico, I'm also a big fan of BTC. Just read a wallet that was quiet for 11 years, just moved 9.6 mil of Bitcoin. Original cost $8. Wow. Reverse 3333. Love the content, brother. Grateful for your insight. Appreciate it, y'all. Megan Gomes, mind blown. I gotta step away for a bit, everyone. My young king is screaming at his grandma because she's trying to feed him carrots. Oh, that's hilarious. They turn 1 year old and think they won stuff. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, boy. That's cool, man. Love the kids. Love the kids. Love the youngins. Getting a little big for his britches, huh? Back on the Blackrue side, let's see here. AGX is major. I don't own any. Nice pullback would be welcome. I got so interestingly, Sol is coming out with the phone on the Helium network. That I knew. And that came out before the whole Sam Bankman-Fried thing. And I know Helium was like kicking themselves when all of that kind of went down because they made the choice to move over from Ethereum to Solana. And then like all of that went down. I know somebody was just like, oh my God. I know some people were freaking out at Helium for that, man. But it seems like that's still undergoing. And I don't think too many mining projects are profitable right now, but mining mobile from Helium might actually be profitable. To go actually get one of those things mounted up and do it. I understand if you got a regular Helium miner, I think it's a different miner that you would have to purchase to do the mobile, but that might actually be profitable coming up in the next bull run. What's up, Musa Ali? I get my bag of Raven to look into. I used to be mine with Helium. It's not worth anything now. Yep. Mining Helium is not worth that much of anything right now. But mining mobile, they're going to have a different token for the mobile. DAG, I really like DAG. DAG's partnered with LCX. I think they always kind of position themselves against Algorand, or I'm sorry, against Hedera, and I don't know about that. I think Hedera is probably going to do better in the long term. However, DAG is supposed to have a lot of things going on with DoD, and everything I watch of them, I like their founders. They seem like down to earth dudes. Yeah, I like DAG. I like DAG a lot. And I think anything 6 and under with DAG is a deal. Anything 6 and under with DAG is an absolute bargain. Bitcoin continues to play with our hearts over here. Stops right at 22.4. Okay, new line now. Do you think DAG and Hedera are the same? No. Well, no. DAG uses, well, Hedera is hash graph. DAG uses a DAG, and I forget what they call that. It's like a directed acrylic graph. So they're a little bit different, but I think they're already drawing the lines that DAG is going a little bit different in their focus than what Hedera is. Hedera is going with the whole CBDC thing, and DAG seems to be going more with the DoD and like kind of big data with like DoD and NASA type people. So they're choosing their directions here. No problem, Megan. Appreciate it. They're choosing. Thanks for making it out, Megan. Appreciate it. Please share. Appreciate y'all. So DAG, another thing I love about DAG is that DAG has its own ecosystem, and all the companies that they seem to launch seem to be a great, like very innovative. So that's what I really do love DAG, to be honest with you. We can bring them up here, Constellation. I really like the whole thought of Genico and the way that they're launching Genico, as far as like having control over your medical data and who you're going to share it with, and getting paid for sharing your medical data. I really, really like that concept. Instead of like just doing 23andMe and getting nothing for your data, you can do like a Genico type deal and actually get paid for your data. I think that's extremely innovative. And then the things that they're doing with the token events and Alchemy and what are the other ones? GeoJams. Oh man, I really like what they're doing with these ecosystems, and each one of those companies seem very, very intriguing to me. Double dice, I'm not one for gambling much, but people like prop bets. So Alchemy, I like what they're doing with ads and kind of flipping that whole ad deal. Like there's just so much to like about Constellation and all the people that they have, all the different projects that they've launched in their launchpad. Yeah, I'm very high on those guys. All right, cool guys. So I'll be here with you guys again on Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I might. What's up, Larry Davis? Appreciate you. Appreciate you coming through. I might come on Friday. Not so sure if I will or not, but I'll definitely be on here, Gentlemen of Crypto, and my channel on Saturday. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one, guys. Peace.